It hard you. It makes you tough. We had a few players that come from there. Al Holland, probably the most notable player who played in Roanoke, and I played against Al in American Legion ball. Al hit Scott Atkins in the head. I mean, Al threw hard, and I don't know how he didn't get drafted either out of high school or out of college. No, none. He threw like 98 with movement. It just jumped him, and he hit Scott Atkins in the head. Boom, down. Everybody comes around to Scott. Scott comes over, shakes his head. Half a minute later, he goes to first. There wasn't anything like a concussion back in those days. You either went to the morgue or you went to first. And I still think that was the hardest pitch I'd ever seen. And usually when you see the ball coming to you, there's some recognition somewhere between the 56 feet or whatever that you duck, or even if you can't get out of the way, you make some motion to try to protect yourself. Protect yourself? No. Scott got hit, boom, down. It was like, boom, and you just went to first. And I thought, man, that's tough.
But a part of your high school football career gets made into a major film. Now, who's ever listened to this probably has no idea that there is an association to your answer and a role that Denzel Washington played. Could you fill in the blanks?
Yes, it was Remember the Titans. It was T.C. Williams, the team that played. In the movie, they had them play their district team, Marshall, because Marshall was the only close game they played that year. That final game was 19-14. Of the 13 games they played, including us, they shut out 8 of the opponents. We had an early touchdown call back and mounted no offense after that. It was really embarrassing. The defensive backs, I was a wide receiver. And in the previous game, I caught 7 passes for 117 yards and a touchdown, and a 26-21 victory in our semifinals. I was feeling pretty good about myself. In the finals, I caught 1 pass. I called it back. I was a pretty good high fastball hitter, so fastballs didn't bother me. I think Nolan Ryan threw me the hardest fastball. I only had 2 starts against Nolan back in 1979. 1 for 6, 2 walks. Didn't strike me out. Pete sort of took me under his wing a little bit, and I don't know whether it was because I was the last one out of the locker room a lot of the time. I have no idea because I wasn't playing that much to be the last. But it was flattering for me to have Pete, who you just gave some of his history, Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, and telling me things about situations that only Pete knew, and Pete was going to take to his grave, and now Billy knows, and Billy will take to his grave. But it was just nice to have him relax enough with me, or see something in me that I guess he was sort of like just bursting at the seams, wanting to tell somebody some of this, and I happened to be the one, and that was really nice. But what a nice man, and I never felt that he got his total due there with the Yankees. I don't know what else one could do.
I guess it would be kindly taken for granted.
It was 1979. It was early in the season. You're something like 8 for 22 or whatever it is, computes to 4 something. And we're at Yankee Stadium, and Munson comes from behind the dish, and he says, "Oh, we've got a 400 hitter here. Let's be careful. We got a 400 hitter here." And I'm kind of sheepishly, it was early in the season, and blah, 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 blah. And he was just welcoming me to the big leagues, which I thought was really nice. But then I grounded to short 3 times, so it was effective on his part, too. I know, I'm going, dang on it, he did it. He got into my psyche. One day I went to pull out got out of the cab, pull out my money, and he said, "That's okay, Mr. Sample, your fare's been taken care of." And I hate it when the Blue Jays pitching staff did that. Oh. I'd have guys that didn't even know my name. "Hey, Billy, how you doing? You in the lineup tonight?" "Yeah, Lee, no. Oh, good. 5 at-bats. I don't have to worry about it. She's down to 22 outs after that.